Hello, so this is raw yogurt making part 2, and this is Dagmar Stancova. Am I eating with Dagmar show? This is going to be an interesting example of the issues with using raw milk to make yogurt. This kind of looks like a disaster because look how liquidy it is. This would never happen if it was pasteurized milk or if I had boiled this milk to 180 degrees. Because the raw milk, they're all different. Some raw milks have different bacteria in it, and even though I did put in a thermophilic bacteria, which is the kind that makes yogurt, raw milk has natural mesophilic bacteria in it, the kind that does not require too much heat. So sometimes what you get, I mean, at least you have the whey separating. There is yogurt in here, but tons of whey, very liquidy. So if you really want like a yogurt, like let's say if you have SIBO or small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or you're on a specific carbohydrate diet where you really, certain bacteria are just going to make you worse. I would not ever use raw milk if you have that issue. But then I would use the best way to make like the firmest, most delicious yogurt is to use grass-fed half and half. Organic grass-fed half and half that's pasteurized. And maybe I'll do a demonstration of that. I mean, as far as deliciousness goes, and if you are battling overgrowth of bad bacteria, that is a great thing to do. It looks like one of my eyes keeps drifting to the right. What does that mean? I'm drifting to the right. Oh yeah, that's right, I am drifting to the right. I done left the left. Okay. So, what are you going to do with this very liquidy yogurt? Two things you can do. Just simply use the fine muslin, butter muslin cloth, and we can strain it. Now, I'm here thinking on my feet. As you notice, I don't know if you watched the raw cottage cheese making event. You don't want to strain the fat because you lose the fat and you want the fat. So I'm going to attempt. See, everything happens for the first time. I mean, sometimes from mistakes is where you learn the most. So it's never a mistake if you learn from it. This particular milk that I used here was obviously not a good milk for making raw yogurt. So I'm removing the fat from the top, and because that's one of the best parts, and especially, and the fat from yogurt has a different flavor than the fat from cottage cheese. Let's see. It's more like creme fraiche, whereas the fat from cottage cheese is more like sour cream. So, okay, I'm removing the fat. So these were in my Excalibur for 18 hours. I took them out of the Excalibur, and then I put them in the refrigerator because that kind of solidifies the yogurt part of it. So as you can see, this is on the top is all whey, and down like the bottom half has more of the yogurt. So what we're going to do, I have a whole lot of these in here. Let me do this one too. So once again, I'm just going to skim the fat, and then I will reintegrate it into the yogurt. So I took the fat off the top. So now, basically, I'm just going to You can use this butter muslin cloth. See, I just poured off the whey, but you can see I poured off the whey, and here's your brilliant yogurt. I mean, you could just do that, just pour off the whey, and you got your, and you can just close this jar and have this be yogurt. And it's delicious. But I think, you know what, maybe one of these, because I know I'm going to be rushing somewhere tomorrow, so you know, I'm going to keep one of these just like this, and then I will take some of the fat, put it back on top. Now, if you were using cooked or pasteurized, homogenized milk, it would be a lot easier and neater looking and all solidified. But I think it's worth it to go through this trouble just to have raw yogurt. So now I'm going to, I could decant it directly, but see, again, we have it right here. And what you can do, and I'm decanting this one too. See, the whey has separated. The yogurt is at the bottom, the whey. So you could just close these, put them in the refrigerator, you know, put the fat back on. Or if you want like a Greek style yogurt, then you take this lovely yogurt, you put it in here, and well, let's just take this one also. See, look, more yogurt. I mean, it works, but it's, I'm just going to have two different yogurts. One is I'll leave in these two jars, and it's just a, you know, difference in texture. And then this one, I will do my usual little knot with it. And then the whey from the yogurt, you can use, so you can store it, and you can use it to make your next batch of yogurt. Or you can use it if you have a blueberry bush, you can mix it with water and pour it into the soil, and it will make the blueberries really happy. So I can hang this up in my little spot, and you can create your own hanging spot, or you could put it like on top of the faucet, you know, hang it over there. I have a special spot up here with a little hook, and this will be kind of a Greek yogurt. Or you can get one of these little devices. I don't know if you've ever seen this. This is just, I found this once in a cooking store, and maybe I'll see if I can find a link to this. I don't know what it's called, but you can take the yogurt and you just put it in here, and it will pretty much do the same thing as the cheesecloth, except this you can put this in the refrigerator. So there you have it. And it'll take maybe a couple of hours for the rest of the whey to drain, or maybe not even that long. And then you'll have like Greek yogurt from this device and Greek yogurt from the butter muslin. So there you have it. But remember, if you do have small intestinal bacterial overgrowth or any kind of, you know, issues where you have an overgrowth of bad bacteria, then you should make yogurt from pasteurized milk, or you take raw milk and you heat it to 180 degrees, and then you let it cool to like 110. What else? Is there anything else about this? No, I think this is it. So there's your yogurt. And you have another food that you can always have in the refrigerator, and it's great for kids, and you mix it with some fruit or some honey or nothing. I like it plain. And I think that's it. Yep, that's it. All right, so good luck with your yogurt making adventures.